How to Master Your Money. A Money Mastery Audiobook. Welcome to Money Mastery Audiobooks. Today, we're diving into How to Master Your Money, an audiobook designed to help you take control of your finances, build lasting wealth, and create the financial freedom you've always wanted. Before we begin, if you enjoy practical financial education and want to continue learning the habits that can transform your financial future, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new Money Mastery audiobook. Now, let's get started. Many people believe that mastering money is only for the wealthy, financial experts, or people born into successful families. The truth is far different. Money mastery is a skill that anyone can develop. It isn't determined by your background, your education, or even how much money you earn today. It's determined by the financial decisions you make every single day. Some people earn six-figure incomes yet struggle to pay their bills each month. Others earn average incomes but steadily build wealth year after year. The difference isn't luck. It isn't intelligence. It's the ability to understand money, manage it wisely, and make it work for you instead of constantly working for it. Throughout this audiobook, you'll discover practical principles that have helped countless financially successful people build stability, eliminate financial stress, and grow lasting wealth over time. These aren't complicated theories or quick-rich schemes. They're timeless habits that anyone can apply with consistency and discipline. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have a clear roadmap for taking control of your finances, making smarter financial decisions, avoiding common money mistakes, and building a future where your money supports your goals instead of limiting them. Whether you're just beginning your financial journey or looking to strengthen the habits you've already developed, this audiobook will provide practical lessons you can start applying immediately. So settle in, keep an open mind, and get ready to discover how mastering your money can ultimately help you master your future. Introduction. Money affects nearly every part of our lives. It influences where we live, the opportunities we pursue, the experiences we enjoy, and the level of security we feel about the future. Yet despite its importance, millions of Americans never receive a proper education on how to manage it. Schools often teach subjects like mathematics, science, and history, but few teach the practical skills needed to earn, manage, save, invest, and grow money effectively. As a result, many hard-working people find themselves living paycheck to paycheck. Some earn excellent incomes but still struggle with debt, while others feel trapped by financial stress because they never learned how to make informed financial decisions. The issue is rarely a lack of intelligence or effort. More often, it's a lack of financial knowledge and consistent money habits. Mastering your money isn't about becoming rich overnight or finding the next big investment opportunity. It isn't about winning the lottery or chasing quick profits. True financial success comes from understanding how money works, making intentional decisions, and developing habits that serve you year after year. Think about the people who have achieved lasting financial success. While they may have different careers, businesses, or investment strategies, they often share the same core principles. They spend wisely, save consistently, invest patiently, avoid unnecessary debt, and always think about the long-term consequences of today's financial decisions. They understand that every dollar has a purpose and that small, consistent actions create extraordinary results over time. The good news is that these principles are not reserved for a select few. They can be learned by anyone who is willing to commit to personal growth and financial discipline. Regardless of your current income, your age, or your financial past, you have the ability to improve your financial future by making better decisions starting today. Throughout this audiobook, we'll explore 6 powerful principles that can help you take complete control of your finances. You'll learn how to understand where your money goes, spend intentionally, build a solid financial foundation, make your money work for you through investing, create multiple streams of income, and develop the mindset that supports long-term wealth. Remember, mastering money is not a destination you reach overnight. It's a lifelong journey of learning, improving, and making wise decisions one step at a time. Every positive financial choice you make today lays another brick in the foundation of the future you're building. Now, let's begin with the first principle of financial success, taking complete control of your financial life. Chapter 1, Take control of your financial life. Every successful financial journey begins with one simple decision: taking responsibility for your money. Before you can build wealth, invest wisely, or achieve financial freedom, you must first understand exactly where your money is going. Many people assume they have a money problem when, in reality, they have an awareness problem. They know how much they earn each month, but they couldn't tell you how much they spent on dining out last week, subscriptions this month, or impulse purchases over the last year. Small expenses may seem insignificant on their own, but over time they add up to thousands of dollars that could have been saved or invested. Financial mastery begins with awareness. You can't improve what you don't measure. Imagine you're driving across the country without a map or GPS. You may eventually reach your destination, but you'll likely take wrong turns, waste time, and burn unnecessary fuel. Managing your finances without tracking your money works the same way. Without knowing where your dollars are going, you're simply hoping everything works out. The first habit of financially successful people is paying attention to every dollar. They treat money with intention because they understand that every dollar has a job. Whether it's paying bills, building an emergency fund, investing for retirement, or creating opportunities for the future, every dollar should serve a purpose. One of the best ways to gain control is by creating a monthly budget. Many people dislike the word budget because they associate it with restrictions. In reality, a budget gives you freedom. It allows you to decide in advance where your money will go instead of wondering where it went after you've spent it. A good budget isn't about depriving yourself of the things you enjoy. It's about making sure your spending reflects your priorities. If building wealth is important to you, your budget should show regular savings and investing. If spending time with family matters most, your budget should make room for experiences that create lasting memories. Your money should support the life you want to build. Tracking your spending is equally important. For at least 1 month, record every purchase you make. It doesn't matter whether it's a mortgage payment or a cup of coffee. Write it down or use a budgeting app. At the end of the month, review your spending honestly. You may discover expenses you didn't realize were draining your finances. Perhaps you're paying for streaming services you rarely watch. Maybe you're eating at restaurants more often than you intended. Perhaps impulse purchases made online have quietly become a regular habit. These discoveries aren't reasons to feel guilty, they're opportunities to improve. Another obstacle to financial success is emotional spending. Many purchases aren't driven by necessity but by emotion. People shop when they're stressed, bored, lonely, excited, or trying to reward themselves after a difficult day. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying your money, allowing emotions to control your spending often leads to regret. Before making a purchase, ask yourself a few simple questions. Do I truly need this? Will this purchase improve my life over the long term? Am I buying this because I plan to, or because of how I feel at this moment? Sometimes waiting just 24 hours before making a non-essential purchase is enough to determine whether it's something you genuinely want or simply an impulse. Financial awareness also means understanding your income, your debts, your savings, and your financial goals. Know exactly how much you earn after taxes. Know how much you owe. Know how much you have saved. These numbers aren't meant to discourage you, they provide a clear starting point for your financial journey. It's also important to establish clear financial goals. Without goals, it's easy to spend money without direction. Your goals might include paying off credit card debt, saving for a home, investing for retirement, starting a business, or building a college fund for your children. Whatever your goals are, writing them down gives your financial decisions greater purpose. Remember that mastering your money doesn't happen through one dramatic decision. It happens through hundreds of small, consistent choices made every day. Choosing to track your spending, stick to a budget, avoid unnecessary purchases, and stay focused on your goals may not seem exciting in the moment, but these habits create remarkable results over time. Financial control isn't about being perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Unexpected expenses happen. Plans sometimes change. The key is to remain committed to improving rather than giving up after a setback. Every month is a new opportunity to make better financial decisions than the month before. As you gain greater awareness of your finances, you'll notice something remarkable. Money becomes less stressful because you're no longer guessing. You're making informed decisions with confidence and purpose. Instead of reacting to financial problems, you're proactively creating financial stability. Mastering your money always begins with mastering your daily habits. Once you know where every dollar goes and intentionally direct your money toward your goals, you've taken the first and perhaps most important step toward lasting financial success. In the next chapter, we'll explore another timeless principle followed by financially successful people everywhere: spending less than you earn and using the difference to build lasting wealth. Chapter 2: Spend less than you earn. One of the simplest principles of wealth building is also one of the most powerful: spend less than you earn. It doesn't matter whether someone earns $40,000 a year or $400,000 a year. If they consistently spend more than they make, financial stress will eventually catch up with them. On the other hand, a person who regularly spends less than they earn creates room to save, invest, and build lasting wealth. This principle may sound obvious, but it's surprisingly difficult to practice in a world that constantly encourages spending. Every day, advertisements promise that happiness is only one purchase away. Credit cards make it easy to buy now and pay later. Social media showcases lifestyles that tempt people to spend money they don't have in order to impress people they don't know. Financially successful people think differently. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this today?" they ask, "Will buying this help me reach my long-term financial goals?" That simple shift in thinking changes everything. A major obstacle to spending less than you earn is failing to distinguish between needs and wants. A need is something essential to your well-being, such as housing, food, transportation, healthcare, and basic utilities. A want is something that improves comfort or enjoyment but isn't necessary for survival. There's nothing wrong with spending money on things you enjoy. The problem arises when wants become priorities while important financial goals are ignored. Buying the newest smartphone every year, upgrading to a luxury vehicle you can't comfortably afford, or filling your home with unnecessary purchases may provide temporary excitement, but they often delay long-term financial success. One helpful habit is to pause before making non-essential purchases. Ask yourself, do I truly need this, or do I simply want it right now? Then ask another question, will I still be happy with this purchase a year from now? Often, the excitement of buying something fades quickly, while the financial impact lasts much longer. Another challenge many people face is lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when your spending increases every time your income increases. You receive a raise, so you upgrade your car. You earn a bonus, so you move into a more expensive home. Before long, you're earning significantly more money but still living paycheck to paycheck because your expenses have grown just as fast. Financially successful people often resist this temptation. When their income increases, they celebrate, but they also increase the amount they save and invest. Instead of allowing every raise to improve their lifestyle immediately, they allow their growing investments to improve their future. Imagine receiving a $5,000 annual raise. One person spends every additional dollar on dining out, vacations, and luxury purchases. Another person invests that extra income year after year. Decades later, the second person has built substantial wealth, while the first wonders why earning more never seemed to solve their financial problems. Small savings matter more than most people realize. Brewing coffee at home several days a week, preparing meals instead of eating out frequently, comparing prices before making purchases, and canceling subscriptions you rarely use may seem like minor decisions. But over months and years, these choices free up money that can be invested for future growth. It's also important to avoid comparing yourself to others. Many people spend money trying to match the lifestyles of friends, co-workers, or strangers on social media. What you don't see are the credit card balances, loans, and financial stress that may exist behind those appearances. Real wealth isn't measured by the car you drive or the clothes you wear. It's measured by your financial security, your investments, your freedom from unnecessary debt, and your ability to make choices without constantly worrying about money. Developing a strong savings habit is another essential step. Instead of saving whatever happens to be left at the end of the month, reverse the process. Pay yourself first. Set aside a portion of every paycheck for savings and investments before spending on discretionary items. Even if you begin with a modest percentage, consistency is more important than perfection. As your income grows, challenge yourself to increase your savings rate. Rather than allowing every raise to disappear into higher expenses, direct part of that additional income toward your financial future. Over time, this simple habit can dramatically accelerate your progress toward financial independence. Remember that spending less than you earn isn't about living a life of constant sacrifice. It's about making intentional choices. It's about deciding that your future is worth more than temporary gratification. Every dollar you choose not to spend today becomes a tool that can help create greater opportunities tomorrow. Financial discipline isn't built overnight. There will always be temptations and unexpected expenses. The goal isn't perfection but consistent progress. Every wise financial decision strengthens your habits and brings you one step closer to lasting wealth. When you master the ability to spend less than you earn, you create something incredibly valuable: margin. Margin gives you breathing room during emergencies, opportunities during difficult times, and the resources to invest confidently in your future. In the next chapter, we'll build on this foundation by creating financial security through an emergency fund, eliminating high-interest debt, strengthening your credit habits, and establishing the stable financial base that supports long-term wealth. Chapter 3: Build a strong financial foundation. Every great building begins with a solid foundation. No matter how beautiful the design or how expensive the materials, a weak foundation eventually leads to problems. The same principle applies to your financial life. Before you focus on building wealth through investing or creating multiple streams of income, you must first establish a financial foundation that can support your future. Many people are eager to invest, start businesses, or purchase assets, but they overlook the basics. Without financial stability, even a small emergency can derail years of progress. That's why financially successful people focus on protecting themselves before they pursue significant growth. The first step in building a strong financial foundation is creating an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Cars break down, medical bills appear unexpectedly, homes require repairs, and jobs sometimes disappear without warning. These events aren't unusual, they're part of life. Without emergency savings, many people turn to credit cards or personal loans whenever unexpected expenses arise. While borrowing may solve the immediate problem, it often creates a new one in the form of high-interest debt that can take months or even years to repay. An emergency fund provides peace of mind. It allows you to face life's unexpected challenges without disrupting your long-term financial goals. A good starting point is saving enough to cover a few months of essential living expenses. You don't have to build it overnight. Even setting aside a small amount from every paycheck will gradually create a financial safety net that protects you and your family. The next step is eliminating high-interest debt. Not all debt is the same, but high-interest consumer debt is one of the greatest obstacles to building wealth. Every dollar spent on excessive interest is a dollar that can't be invested in your future. Imagine carrying a large credit card balance with a high interest rate. Even if you make the minimum payment every month, a significant portion of that payment may go toward interest rather than reducing the amount you owe. This slows your financial progress and keeps you trapped in a cycle that becomes increasingly difficult to escape. A smart strategy is to make more than the minimum payment whenever possible. Some people choose to pay off the smallest balances first to build momentum, while others focus on paying off the highest interest debts first to save money over time. Whichever method keeps you motivated and moving forward is the one most likely to succeed. As your debt decreases, you'll notice something powerful. The money that once went toward interest payments can now be redirected into savings, investments, or other financial goals. Instead of making lenders wealthier, you'll begin building wealth for yourself. Another important part of your financial foundation is maintaining healthy credit habits. Your credit history can influence your ability to qualify for mortgages, auto loans, and other forms of financing. It may even affect insurance premiums or rental applications. Building strong credit doesn't require carrying large amounts of debt. Instead, it involves paying bills on time, borrowing responsibly, keeping credit utilization low, and avoiding unnecessary applications for new credit. Consistency is far more important than perfection. Responsible financial behavior over time creates a strong credit profile that can benefit you for years to come. Protecting your finances is another often overlooked aspect of financial success. Insurance may not seem exciting, but it plays a critical role in preserving the wealth you work so hard to build. Health insurance, homeowners or renters insurance, auto insurance, and life insurance can protect you from financial setbacks that might otherwise erase years of progress. Think of insurance as a financial shield. You hope you'll never need it, but if the unexpected happens, having the right protection can make the difference between a temporary setback and a financial disaster. Building a strong financial foundation also means planning for the future instead of reacting to the present. Review your financial goals regularly. Update your budget as your circumstances change. Continue increasing your savings whenever your income grows. Small improvements made consistently can produce remarkable results over time. It's also important to develop patience. Many people become discouraged because they don't see immediate progress. Building financial stability is much like planting a tree. At first, the growth appears slow. But beneath the surface, strong roots are developing. Eventually, those roots support years of healthy growth. The same is true with your finances. Every payment toward debt, every contribution to your emergency fund, and every responsible financial decision strengthens your foundation. While these actions may not feel dramatic today, they create the stability that allows you to pursue greater opportunities with confidence tomorrow. Financial freedom isn't built on risky decisions or shortcuts. It's built on preparation, discipline, and consistency. Those who take the time to establish a strong financial foundation are better equipped to weather economic downturns, unexpected expenses, and changes in life without abandoning their long-term goals. Remember, wealth isn't just about how much money you accumulate. It's also about how well you protect what you've already built. A strong financial foundation gives you confidence, reduces stress, and creates the stability needed to grow your wealth for decades to come. Now that you've learned how to take control of your finances, spend less than you earn, and build a solid financial foundation, it's time to explore one of the most powerful wealth-building principles of all, making your money work for you through investing and the incredible power of compound growth. Chapter 4: Make your money work for you. One of the biggest differences between people who simply earn money and people who build wealth is understanding that money should eventually begin working for you. There are only so many hours in a day that you can trade for a paycheck. Your time is limited, but your money has the potential to grow around the clock when it's invested wisely. Many people spend their entire lives working hard for money. Wealthy individuals also work hard, especially early in their careers, but they understand that every dollar they save and invest becomes an employee working on their behalf. The goal isn't just to earn income, it's to build assets that generate income for years to come. This is where investing becomes so powerful. Some people avoid investing because they believe it's too complicated or too risky. Others think they need thousands of dollars before they can begin. The truth is that investing is less about timing the market and more about developing the habit of investing consistently over a long period of time. One of the greatest financial principles ever discovered is compound growth. Compounding happens when your investments earn returns, and those returns begin earning returns of their own. Over time, this creates a snowball effect that can dramatically increase your wealth. Imagine investing $500 every month into a diversified investment portfolio. At first, the growth may seem slow. But as the years pass, your investment earnings begin generating additional earnings. Eventually, the growth becomes much faster because your money is no longer growing only from your contributions, it is also growing from years of accumulated returns. This is why starting early is one of the greatest advantages an investor can have. Time allows compounding to do its work. Even if you start later in life, consistency can still produce meaningful results. The important thing is to begin and remain committed. Investing also requires patience. Markets naturally rise and fall over time. Economic news, political events, and global uncertainty can cause prices to fluctuate. Successful investors understand that these short-term movements are normal. Rather than reacting emotionally to every headline, they stay focused on their long-term goals. Trying to predict every market movement is extremely difficult, even for experienced professionals. Instead of constantly buying and selling investments based on fear or excitement, many successful investors contribute regularly and allow time to work in their favor. Diversification is another essential principle of investing. Simply put, diversification means avoiding dependence on a single investment. Instead of placing all of your money into one company, one industry, or one type of asset, you spread your investments across different opportunities. Diversification helps reduce risk because not every investment performs the same way at the same time. While one area of the market may experience a downturn, another may continue growing. A diversified portfolio helps create greater stability over the long term. It's equally important to understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets generally have the potential to increase in value or generate income over time. Examples may include investments, rental real estate, or businesses. Liabilities, on the other hand, often require ongoing payments and may lose value over time. Financially successful people focus on gradually acquiring more assets. Every investment they make is intended to strengthen their financial future and create additional opportunities. One of the greatest mistakes people make is allowing fear to prevent them from investing altogether. Keeping money in a savings account is valuable for emergency funds and short-term goals, but relying only on cash may limit your ability to grow wealth over decades. Inflation gradually reduces the purchasing power of money, making long-term investing an important part of preserving and increasing wealth. Of course, investing should always align with your financial situation and goals. Before investing aggressively, it's wise to establish an emergency fund and reduce high-interest debt. A strong financial foundation allows you to invest with greater confidence because unexpected expenses are less likely to force you to sell investments at the wrong time. Education is another investment that produces lasting returns. The more you learn about personal finance, investing, business, and economics, the better equipped you'll be to make informed financial decisions. Reading books, listening to educational audiobooks, and studying successful investors can provide knowledge that pays dividends throughout your life. Remember that investing isn't about getting rich quickly. It's about steadily building wealth through discipline, consistency, and patience. There will always be people chasing shortcuts and promising guaranteed returns. History has shown that sustainable wealth is usually built through careful planning and long-term thinking rather than speculation. Every dollar you invest today is a step toward greater financial independence tomorrow. Over the years, those investments can provide opportunities, generate passive income, and create security for you and your family. The sooner you begin making your money work for you, the more time it has to grow. As your investments expand, you'll discover that true wealth is not measured solely by how much you earn each year. It's measured by how many assets you own and how effectively those assets generate income and appreciate over time. Now that you've learned how to make your money work for you, it's time to explore another powerful strategy for building financial freedom, creating multiple streams of income so you're never dependent on a single paycheck. Chapter 5: Create multiple income streams. One of the biggest financial risks a person can face is depending entirely on a single source of income. If that one paycheck suddenly disappears because of a job loss, company downsizing, an economic recession, or an unexpected life event, your financial stability can quickly be put at risk. Financially successful people understand the importance of diversification, not only in investing but also in the way they earn money. Instead of relying on one paycheck, they look for opportunities to create multiple streams of income. This strategy increases financial security, accelerates wealth building, and provides greater freedom over time. Think of your income like the legs of a table. A table with only one leg cannot stand. But a table with several strong legs is stable and resilient. In the same way, the more reliable sources of income you have, the less vulnerable you become if one source is interrupted. For most people, a full-time job is the primary source of income. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, your career may provide the financial foundation that allows you to build additional income streams. The key is not to stop there. One of the most common ways to generate additional income is by starting a side business. A side business allows you to use your skills, knowledge, or hobbies to earn extra money outside your regular job. Some people provide consulting services, others sell products online, create digital content, offer freelance services, or start local service businesses. The beauty of a side business is that it often begins small. It may start with only a few hours each week. As your experience grows and your customer base expands, that business may eventually become a significant source of income or even replace your full-time job if that's your goal. Another powerful source of income comes from investments. Earlier, we discussed making your money work for you. Investments that generate dividends, interest, or rental income can provide cash flow without requiring you to trade additional hours for every dollar you earn. This type of income is often called passive income. While very few income sources are completely passive in the beginning, many require less day-to-day effort once they're established. The goal is to gradually build assets that continue producing income while you focus on other opportunities. Real estate can also become an additional income stream for some investors. Rental properties, when carefully researched and managed responsibly, have the potential to generate regular income while also appreciating in value over the long term. Like any investment, real estate carries risks and requires careful planning, but it has helped many people build lasting wealth. Developing valuable skills is another excellent way to increase your earning potential. The marketplace rewards people who solve problems. The more valuable your skills become, the more opportunities you create for higher income. Consider learning skills such as leadership, communication, sales, marketing, technology, project management, or financial analysis. These abilities can improve your performance in your current career while also opening doors to consulting, freelancing, or entrepreneurial opportunities. Never stop investing in yourself. Books, courses, certifications, mentorship, and practical experience often produce returns far greater than their initial cost. The knowledge you gain today can continue generating income for decades. It's also important to understand that creating multiple income streams takes time. Many people become discouraged because they expect immediate results. Building a profitable business, growing investments, or developing new skills rarely happens overnight. Success comes through consistent effort, continuous learning, and patience. Avoid chasing every new opportunity simply because it promises fast money. Focus instead on opportunities that align with your strengths, interests, and long-term financial goals. Building one successful additional income stream is often more effective than starting several projects that never receive enough attention to succeed. As your income grows, resist the temptation to increase your lifestyle immediately. Instead, allow your additional income to strengthen your financial position. Use it to pay off debt, increase your emergency fund, invest more aggressively, or purchase assets that generate even more income. This creates a powerful cycle. Your additional income buys assets. Those assets generate even more income. That extra income allows you to acquire more assets, gradually accelerating your journey toward financial independence. Remember that financial freedom isn't achieved simply by earning a large salary. It's achieved by building income sources that continue supporting your life regardless of where your primary paycheck comes from. The most financially secure people aren't necessarily those with the highest incomes. They're often the people who have built several reliable streams of income that work together to create stability, flexibility, and opportunity. Every new skill you develop, every wise investment you make, every business you grow, and every asset you acquire strengthens your financial future. Over time, these multiple income streams can provide peace of mind, greater choices, and the freedom to pursue the life you truly want. In the final chapter, we'll explore the mindset behind lasting financial success and discover why the way you think about money often determines the financial future you create. Chapter 6: Think Like a Wealth Builder. By now, you've learned how to take control of your finances, spend less than you earn, build a strong financial foundation, invest wisely, and create multiple streams of income. These are all essential parts of financial success. But there is one more ingredient that ties everything together: your mindset. The way you think about money influences every financial decision you make. Long before wealth appears in your bank account, it begins with the habits, beliefs, and attitudes you develop. Financial success is not simply the result of earning more, it's the result of thinking differently. People with a wealth-building mindset understand that money is a tool, not the goal. Money can provide security, create opportunities, support loved ones, fund meaningful experiences, and allow you to make a positive impact on the lives of others. Instead of viewing money as something to fear or constantly worry about, they learn how to manage it wisely and put it to work. One of the most important qualities of a wealth builder is patience. We live in a world that encourages instant gratification. Companies promise overnight success, social media celebrates quick wins, and many people expect immediate results. But lasting wealth rarely happens overnight. Think about the tallest trees in a forest. They didn't grow to their full height in a single season. Year after year, they developed stronger roots, grew steadily, and became more resilient. Wealth works in much the same way. Small, consistent financial decisions made over many years often produce extraordinary results. Patience allows you to continue saving when progress feels slow. It helps you stay invested during market fluctuations. It encourages you to keep improving your skills even when success doesn't happen immediately. Patience transforms ordinary habits into remarkable long-term achievements. Consistency is equally important. Anyone can make a good financial decision once. The real difference is making good decisions repeatedly. Saving every month, investing consistently, living below your means, avoiding unnecessary debt, and continuing to learn about money are habits that compound over time. Remember that every financial choice is like casting a vote for the person you want to become. Each time you choose to save instead of overspend, invest instead of procrastinate, or learn instead of ignore financial education, you're reinforcing the habits of a successful wealth builder. Another characteristic of financially successful people is that they never stop learning. The economy changes. Technology evolves. New opportunities emerge. Those who continue reading books, listening to educational content, studying successful investors, and improving their financial knowledge place themselves in a better position to recognize opportunities and avoid costly mistakes. Curiosity is one of the greatest assets you can develop. Ask questions. Learn from people with experience. Study both successes and failures. Every lesson you gain strengthens your ability to make better financial decisions in the future. Setting clear financial goals also plays a major role in developing the right mindset. Goals provide direction. Without them, it's easy to drift through life reacting to circumstances instead of intentionally creating the future you want. Your goals might include becoming debt-free, building a 6-month emergency fund, purchasing a home, investing consistently for retirement, starting a business, or reaching financial independence. Whatever your goals may be, write them down. Break them into smaller milestones and celebrate your progress along the way. It's also important to remember that setbacks are part of every financial journey. Unexpected expenses, investment declines, career changes, and economic uncertainty happen to everyone. Successful people aren't those who avoid every obstacle. They're the ones who adapt, learn, and continue moving forward despite challenges. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, see them as opportunities to improve. Every mistake teaches a lesson. Every challenge builds resilience. Every obstacle strengthens your ability to make wiser decisions in the future. Gratitude is another habit shared by many financially successful people. While ambition drives you toward future goals, gratitude reminds you to appreciate the progress you've already made. Appreciating what you have reduces the temptation to compare yourself with others and helps you make decisions based on your own values instead of outside pressure. Above all, remember that wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. There are no guaranteed shortcuts to lasting financial success. The people who build significant wealth are usually those who remain disciplined, continue learning, make thoughtful decisions, and stay committed to their goals year after year. Financial mastery isn't reserved for a select group of people. It's available to anyone willing to develop the habits and mindset that support long-term success. Your current financial situation does not determine your future. The decisions you make from this point forward will. Every budget you follow, every dollar you invest, every skill you develop, and every wise financial choice you make brings you closer to the life you want. Stay patient. Stay disciplined. Keep learning. Continue taking action, even when progress seems slow. When you combine the right mindset with the practical principles you've learned throughout this audiobook, you place yourself on a path toward greater financial confidence, lasting wealth, and true financial freedom. Now, let's bring everything together as we conclude this audiobook and review the 6 principles that can help you master your money and build a brighter financial future. Conclusion. Congratulations on reaching the end of How to Master Your Money. Over the course of this audiobook, you've explored 6 timeless principles that can help you build a stronger financial future. These principles aren't complicated, but they do require commitment, discipline, and consistent action. First, you learn the importance of taking control of your financial life by knowing where every dollar goes, creating a budget, tracking your spending, and becoming financially aware. Awareness is the starting point of every financial success story. Next, you discovered why spending less than you earn is the foundation of wealth. By living below your means, avoiding lifestyle inflation, and increasing your savings rate, you create the financial margin needed to build lasting wealth. You also learned how to build a strong financial foundation by creating an emergency fund, eliminating high-interest debt, maintaining healthy credit habits, and protecting yourself with the right insurance. A strong foundation gives you the confidence to face life's unexpected challenges without sacrificing your long-term goals. Then we explored how to make your money work for you. Investing consistently, understanding the power of compound growth, diversifying your investments, and thinking long-term can transform your savings into assets that continue growing year after year. After that, we discussed the importance of creating multiple income streams. Relying on a single paycheck can leave you financially vulnerable, but developing additional sources of income through businesses, investments, and valuable skills creates greater security and opens the door to financial independence. Finally, you discovered that lasting wealth begins with the right mindset. Patience, consistency, continuous learning, and clear financial goals are the qualities that allow ordinary people to achieve extraordinary financial results over time. As you finish this audiobook, remember that knowledge alone will never change your financial future. Action is what creates results. You don't need to change everything overnight. Simply choose one habit to improve today. Create your first budget. Increase your monthly savings. Pay extra toward your debt. Open an investment account. Learn a new skill. Whatever step you choose, take it today. Financial success is built one decision at a time. Every dollar you save, every investment you make, every wise financial choice, and every lesson you learn moves you closer to the life you want. Small actions repeated consistently can produce life-changing results over the years. There will be challenges along the way. There may be setbacks, unexpected expenses, and moments when progress feels slow. Don't let those moments discourage you. Stay focused on your long-term vision. Continue making smart financial decisions, and trust that consistency will reward your efforts. Remember, Mastering your money isn't about becoming the richest person in the room. It's about gaining the freedom to make choices without constant financial stress. It's about providing security for yourself and your family, creating opportunities for future generations, and living a life guided by purpose instead of financial pressure. Thank you for listening to How to Master Your Money. If you found this audiobook valuable, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Money Mastery Audiobooks, and share it with friends and family who are committed to improving their financial future. Your support helps us continue creating practical, inspiring audiobooks to help people build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Until next time, remember this. Every great financial journey begins with a single smart decision. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep investing in yourself. Stay disciplined, stay patient, and never stop building the future you deserve. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next Money Mastery audiobook.